Jesus had a difficult problem of trying to bring the kingdom of God to people. And one of the things that he ran into most was there were a group of people, especially religious leaders, that really opposed his doing things on the Sabbath. Now, if you want to help people, the Sabbath shouldn't hold you back, and yet they were very much concerned that Jesus would heal someone on the Sabbath, or that the apostles would walk through a field and take grain on the Sabbath. The people in Jesus' time, who were the leaders, had set up concerning this one of the 10 commandments, this make sure that you keep holy the Lord's Day, had set up 613 regulations. And these were desires of people to make sure that they were really following those. And the restrictions were strong. You don't heal someone. You don't go walking through a field and grabbing some of the food from that. And it became very difficult because Jesus was concerned about people, and his relationship with the law became a source of real problems. And yet he loved the law, and he knows, as you and I know, that laws come because of abuse. When somebody's done something wrong, we have to set up a law, and making sure that the police and others are going to hold us back from that abuse. And yet at the same time, as we find Jesus fighting over this reality of the Sabbath, we know that he believed deeply in the sacredness of God and the worship that needed to be given to God, so that when he came into the temple and he saw people that were selling their cows and they were making money change in front of him, he came and he threw the tables upside down and he threw the people out. Even with regard to the law, we find Jesus, yes, saying, I've come not to change the law, but we find him with regard to, for example, the adulterous woman. The law of Moses said she was caught in adultery by 2 men and therefore she should be stoned. And yet we find Jesus willing to forgive her. Stop your sin, but move on. Where do we stand with regard to abortion and race? And what would Jesus do about liturgical law and gender? Let's think about law. Let's think about Jesus and the challenge that we have to really be people who obey the law, but with the tenderness of Jesus, making sure the law never controls us as we try to serve people.